What's the BOE to do? On the one side, you've got inflation matching the strongest level in 4 years. On the other side, you've got pay lagging inflation, real pay down by 0.4%. Do you sympathise with those who want to boost rates from their emergency levels?
Absolutely not. You knew I'd say that. I was just looking as I came in to what inflation looked like in September 2008, and the answer was 5.2%. And there were people arguing then that you should be raising rates, and we know that that would have been the wrong move. Clearly, this is a wrong move to raise rates now, and the majority of the committee are going to go along with it because this is a once-off shock. This once-off rising inflation will drop away. The big worry is the falling real wage. And that's going to impact people's spending power. Consumer demand looks very iffy, and you certainly should not be raising rates right now.
Danny, is the economy, though, does it really warrant? I mean, yes, it's slowed from those 0.6% quarterly numbers in the quarters after Brexit to 0.2 and 0.3, but does growth at that level really warrant rates at historic lows of 0.25%? I mean, what difference does a 25 basis point hike make at this stage? An argument that Michael Saunders has made.
I'm afraid I don't buy that at all. I mean, the reality is that the growth that we're seeing is propped up by the amount of QE the bank's holding, the amount of assets it's holding, and by these very low growth rates, by these very low interest rates. Remember that growth in the UK is the slowest in the whole of the EU 28. So you could argue, well, what difference would it make if I punch myself gently in the face? Well, the argument is you don't need to punch yourself at all. Why would you possibly do that? I mean, OK, it's true that a small change wouldn't do much harm. A big change would do a lot of harm. So Danny Blanchflower sensibly, I think, would say, well, why would you want to do any harm? What you should do is sit and wait and watch and see what happens with these Brexit negotiations. And my expectation probably is the next move will be another cut.
Danny, are you suggesting Michael Saunders likes punching at himself in the face?
I actually am. Yes. I mean, it makes absolutely no sense to be sitting saying that we should raise rates now because the inflation that we've seen kick up is a once-off, it seems to me. It's going to drop away. Are there fundamental reasons to believe that down the road inflation is not going to get back to target? Their worry is that inflation down the road will probably be too low. So focus on growth. It's the slowest growing economy in Europe.